Hey everyone, Professor Cadney's here. I'm really excited because I have this new Community College of Philadelphia Lions sweatshirt. I really love Rory the Lion. They are a really great new mascot. So I just wanted to say hello and to do the shout out video for this week. Before I start with anything, I wanted to give you some encouragement. So, as some of you have mentioned in your mindfulness activities, this is the part in the semester where things get very challenging. You may already feel that they're challenging, but we're learning some of the most advanced skills that we're going to learn in the class, and we're learning them now, towards the end of the semester. So I would really urge you to hang in there, because a lot of times what happens at this point in the semester is you work for like an hour, 2 hours on an assignment, and you're like, all right, I got it. I'm going to submit it. And then I give you feedback and it's like 25 out of 50. And you're like, what? I just worked so hard on this. And a lot of times it really is just like a small tweak that you need to make. And I'll let you know, a lot of times if you get a low score during this part of the semester, I'm going to let you redo the assignment. So if that's the case, I'll let you know. I'll type it. I'll say, here's my feedback. You just messed up on this one little thing. Please redo the assignment and repost it. So hang in there. Don't be distraught by that. This is just sort of how it goes at this point in the semester. So I hope you also will have good snacks, get good sleep, and do all the good self-care things that you need to do. I've discovered these portable protein packs. They're very good. I guess Gatorade makes them. I don't know. What's P3? It kind of looks like a Gatorade package, doesn't it? Okay, I'm digressing in a big way. But so here are the shout outs for 98. I wanted to talk about what you wrote in the discussion post for your essays, because your essays are coming up. You're going to be doing your essays this week about the CCP educational system. And you're actually going to have 3 options. I added an option this time in case you feel like you don't have enough to say about the CCP educational system. You can write about how people can be better accommodated if they have learning disabilities, like 3 ideas you have for how people could be better included in either the elementary school, middle school, or high school environment. So if you'd like to do that instead, you can. Or you can write a persuasive essay about 3 really good aspects of CCP or 3 really negative aspects of CCP. If you choose that option, your essays will be shared with the administration, and that can really create some good change. If you feel like you want to do that, but you just haven't been at CCP for a long time, you can listen to some of the shout outs I'm about to give, reflecting back some of the wonderful discussion posts. You can also go on the CCP website, and if you're like, gee, I wonder if CCP has a theater club, you can go on the website, see if CCP has a theater club, or read about some of the initiatives that CCP has. If you would like that option, but you're like, I haven't had enough personal experiences yet. Now that you know how to do a quotation sandwich, you can bring in information from other sources. You're required to put in 1 quotation, but you don't have to feel limited by that. You can put in more than 1 quotation if you'd like to, as long as you follow the sandwich method for each quotation that you put in. If you need help with that, let me know. So the shout-outs, the long-awaited shout-outs, I'd like to shout out Darice, who talked about a really great idea, which was for a meet and greet for the online classes. I think that that's a wonderful idea. I'd love to meet you guys in person. And it probably won't work out for this semester, except for those I've met in my office hours, but at some point, I think it would be great to have part of this experience be meeting with all the students as a big group. So if you think that's a good idea, you could write about that in one of your paragraphs. You can also talk about how that would work. I know that in the past, people have tried it and then students don't come to it. So you can try to troubleshoot that in your paragraph if you want to. There was also the really great point, Darice was talking about how class discussions are really good and that she hasn't had a class with class discussions before. So that's a great thing to talk about if you want to. And I hope that many of you will have lots of discussion classes going forward. I think discussions are one of the biggest pleasures of education, being able to hear multiple perspectives from other people. Desiree gave the great idea about what if CCP became a four-year school, and there have been universities that have done that, have been community colleges at first and then shifted to being four-year schools. So that's a great idea too. You can look more into that more if you want to write about that. There's also Selena, who made the excellent point that there are counseling services available to students who need counseling. That's another great aspect of CCP. I think it's underutilized. People go there if they have an emergency situation, but they're available to you for anything, even if you just want to talk through something that's going on in your life, and that's very valuable. Mohammed gave a really good perspective about data and using data to make really positive shifts in how things operate at CCP. If you can look into how data is already being used at CCP, or just write your ideas about how you think what kind of data would need to be gained, and then how that data could be used to better people at CCP. Paul talked about an experience where he was shifted around with his schedule and he didn't even know. So the communication at CCP can sometimes be terrible. And you could write about any experiences you've had with negative communication and how you think that could have been better or be resolved. No one should have to struggle with that kind of thing, not knowing what's going on, just in terms of the basic administrative aspects of the courses that are about to happen. And are you in the course? Are you not in the course? These little details are really important. So if you've experienced something going wrong at CCP, write about it. Sometimes people write about when they go to the financial aid window, something goes wrong, or they try to meet with an advisor and they get like two different bits of feedback. I hope that none of this has ever happened to you. But if, like Paul, you've had an unfortunate experience with something like this, please feel free to write about it. Just give as many details as possible about that experience, and that can help build up your paragraph. And then it can go to others so that good changes can be made. Okay, another point about your summaries in 099. These were the previous summaries that you did. A lot of you are doing a great job, but there's a few points to remember about summary. The first point is you are never going to put your opinion in a summary. A summary is a snapshot of the other author's thoughts and ideas. Okay, so your opinion is never going to go in a summary. Don't forget to put a citation at the end of your summary. The page range is usually what you need because you've mentioned the author's name. Okay, in parentheses with the period at the end is what you want to do for that. And then finally, what you want to do is when you're writing your opening sentence, it's going to have three parts. It's going to have the author's name, the title, and the overall main idea. Now, a lot of you did a kind of weird hybrid type sentence writing for that opening sentence where you'd say something like, according to Juan Muley, he states that, and if you say according to, you don't then need the he states that. So you could just say Juan Muley states that. You don't have to write according to if you're going to use another really creative or interesting construction to demonstrate that. So that's what I wanted to say about summary. And again, contact me if you need help with that, or just rewatch the videos. On that note, the paraphrasing video, I would suggest you watch it at least 2 times. You can watch it more. Paraphrasing is really hard, and I would say for the paraphrasing assignment, the average grade on that to begin with is usually an F. It takes people a while to figure out how to do paraphrasing because it's not just substituting in new words. There's a process you have to go through, and it's all about practicing it. So if you don't do well the first time on your paraphrasing, I will absolutely make a note and let you redo it. Do not be discouraged about that, but I just want you to make your best attempt at it. For those of you who are hanging in, great job. You are so close to the end. It's going to be here before you know it. And hang in there. For those of you who've dropped off, please come back. Please contact me and we'll see what we can do about your finishing the course. I did hear from some of you who are having family emergencies, and I'm really thinking about you. And I hope that we can all sort of send good vibes to our classroom community for those who are struggling with completing the course, and that those folks will know that they really can come to me with whatever the situation is, even if, hey, I feel like I can't finish the course. I'd love to just know what's going on with you, and hopefully, and in the ideal world, to help you get back on track. My success is rooted on your success. So I want you to be successful in this class. That's my number one priority. Okay. So have a good week. Contact me if you have any questions, and keep up the really good work.